this production, Unsolved, it's a newest production from Polymer DMT. And the base of the theme of subject is coming from identity. And why identity? I mean, in a globalization, everybody are talking about this topic at the moment. But for me, as a foreigner living in Germany for 14 years, over 14 years, including study and work, there are a lot of experience about being outsider or being not really involved. But also, of course, I often have a gut question. And then the first question, of course, where are you from? And when I start to answer this question over 100 times or 1,000 times, sometimes I start to reflect to myself, how did I answer those? And sometimes I'm a bit like shame or regret of my answer, because I have the feeling like, well, how much do I know my hometown and how deep I know the historical context. So this brought me into this topic of looking to an identity and also created as a stage piece. And we started from an unsolved issue, which is based from my personal experience from an old house, which is left there for a long time and nobody lives in. And there are still a lot of furnitures, objects, and even we can say the air is still living in the memory of old time. And in the process, that a team, we are 5 video artists, Hanna, and sound designer Patrick, stage designer Chen Ting, also coming from Taiwan, living in Berlin, and me, and a performer from Taiwan. We have been to the old house together, and in the beginning, that I didn't describe so much what is the old house or what is happening. So, but the first step for the research is everyone just look at the house as the same pictures or imagine, and to try to dig out something what each has received from the state. So maybe Hanna, you can also share with us what is your experience in Taiwan?
Für mich war es ganz toll, in dieses Haus reinzugehen, das voll ist mit Sachen, die zurückgelassen wurden. Das Haus ist eigentlich immer verschlossen. Ich bin sofort mit einer Kamera reingegangen und habe versucht, mich da irgendwie zu bewegen und etwas zu erfahren oder zu spüren. Natürlich immer durch die Kamera, und habe sozusagen gleichzeitig die Erfahrung von etwas, was immer verschlossen bleibt für mich, und trotzdem kann ich da irgendwas sehen oder rausfinden oder zumindest aufnehmen als Bild oder ja, letztlich auch Gefühl. Und das war generell ein Gefühl für mich, das Arbeiten in Taiwan und in Deutschland, dass es immer wieder in Taiwan für mich Dinge gab, hinter die komme ich einfach nicht. Die kann ich angucken, die kann ich mir merken, die kann ich auch irgendwie spüren, aber ich kann es nicht entziffern oder sowas oder vollständig begreifen. Und das ist ein Teil auch der Auseinandersetzung mit Identität in dem Projekt.
Yeah, and also when we use the symbol from an old house, that we were also talking a lot about what the house can be represent or what the house means. Is a house equal to a residence? And a residence is equal to home, or a home is equal to identity. Mm-hmm. So there are many questions constantly be discussed with our group. And also from what you just heard from Hanna, she talked in German. I mostly speak English. Mm-hmm. And Chih Wen from Taiwan, she could understand English, but most of the time, so the conversation in the group are many
Three languages.
Yes, three language, and even most of the time construct in mind in different levels in a way that to understand each other or to use how to use the same language on stage. So for me, this work it's more like a orchestra, because the element on stage, there are sounds, images, videos, and of course the performer moving with more urban style, and also the stage design. So all these elements, actually they can be all individually exist